Oh, yeah.
47 seconds.
A lot of action.
Man, yo.
And a lot of results.
Here comes Ed Reed. Ball intended for Holmes. Washington in the area. Maybe in Washington.
It is good recognition, again, by the receiver, by Ben Roethlisberger. Watch everybody on the blitz. Threw too fast. And look at the pickup by the Steelers. Oh my gosh, if he throws that in front.
It could have been 6.
It could have been 6. Fabian Washington a little late in reacting.
Berger into punt.
2 big opportunities, Jim.
Oh, the big one. The biggest of all. Sure touchdown. That's going to be a flag. Yes, there is. Edgar Jones ran into Berger. So they come crashing into the punter. It was 4th and 10.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Sliding into the plant leg. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. First down.
That'll set up the Steelers at the 35.
Tim, does he get hit?
Well, actually, did he get hit? Was there contact? Yes, he landed his back foot on Edgar Jones.
That's right. There's nothing that Edgar Jones does to cause Mitch Berger to fall down. Yeah, he's mad. He knows it. It's a good acting job. Call upon your defense one more time.
John Harbaugh has a trained eye for special teams plays, a long-time special teams coach of the Eagles. Came over just a year ago today, head coach of the Ravens. Big penalty though. Roethlisberger looking around, goes with the short option to Miller. And Lima Sweet comes in and throws a devastating block on Corey Ivy, which the crowd reacts to, picks up 14. Sweet takes out a little of his frustration on Ivy, who is still down.
Opportunities lost by both teams.
1st and 10 at the 21.
The hitting.
Tell you, Baltimore's running out of defensive backs. Already without Roll. Walker's been taken in. Now Ivy's hurt. Darren Stone hurt on the opening kickoff. Nakamura is on the field right now. Let's see how Pittsburgh uses the clock here. Roethlisberger throws. And that is out of bounds. That was Oglesby who caught it, but was out.
Well, 16 seconds left in the first half. If you're Baltimore's defense, you concede the field goal. You back up and just make sure you don't give the touchdown.
There is Edgar Jones, who got flagged for the roughing the punter.
Yep.
He's the backup tight end, and he's been brought in emergency work here for a couple of occasions on the defensive line as well.
Yeah,
So playing offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, we saw him last week play some defensive line for him down in Tennessee.
Watch out, this is dangerous. Will they get the field goal unit out here?
Got to spike the ball, and it's going to be close. They're not going to make it.
Will they have a chance to get the field goal unit on the field? I don't think so. Harbaugh says, guys, let's go in. Let's just go in. Keep moving. Tomlin makes an appeal for 1 second. That's it.
Yeah, Jim, I didn't think they made it.
No, I didn't either.
Watch the clock. Of course, they knew if they threw it in the middle field to hurry. He did not make it.
Nope.
Boy, that's a big 3 points.
Yes, it is. We'll be seeing Flacco and the Ravens shortly. They have Ray Rice back to return. So you go in at halftime if you're John Harbaugh, you're Cam Cameron. What do you do to try to settle down a rookie quarterback who to this point all season long has been unfazed about virtually anything?
Go in at halftime and you say, we're doing great. Everything's fine. Let's just keep playing our style of football and Again, remember, we've seen it. Joe Flacco, all he needs is one throw.
This is Rice on the goal line. He absorbs a couple of hits, fails to make it to the 20. Let's go down to Steve Tasker. Steve?
Well, Jim, I spoke to John Harbaugh on his way off the field, and I asked him what he was going to tell his men. He didn't seem flustered at all. He said, I'm going to tell him to keep battling. Just keep battling, and we're going to figure out a way to win this. On the other side of the field, the Pittsburgh Steelers did not stay in the locker room very long at all. They were out well before the Baltimore Ravens hit the field, and they've been out on the field ready to play for about 5 minutes of a 12-minute halftime.
Okay, here comes Flacco, rookie from Delaware. School that produced Rich Gannon, Scott Bruner, and now Joe Flacco, first Division I AA quarterback, taken to the first round from Steve McNair, and he hands it off to McGahee for a couple. Harrison and Foote combining on the tackle, and you see there's such a difference here in the passing category.
Difference in the first half, Jim. It's just the passing yards. 2 big plays by Ben Roethlisberger. In the passing game, that's been the difference. And when I talked about Joe Flacco, 1 play, because we said it to start this game. He is a home run hitter. He looks down the field. He's capable of making very dynamic throws. So that's what has to worry you if you're the Steelers. We've done a lot of good stuff, but if he makes 1 terrific play, we're behind.
2nd and 8, and they're going to get flagged here. Yep. Well, starting to look like that Tennessee game last week. Was it going to be picked up in time? Last week, of course, it worked for the advantage of the Ravens.
Timeout, Baltimore. That's the team's first charge timeout.
Take a timeout.
The coach called a timeout before that
Second
first of
half,
the
save
time.
those timeouts.
Flurries abound. Wind chill at 15. Would you have rather had the 5 yards taken, the 5-yard penalties?
Yes, I would. The second half, I've always believed the second half of a game, especially in one that you know it's going to be close like this, don't use those timeouts unless it's about scoring.
2nd and 8, and Flacco hits Mason. Second catch by a receiver today. That goes for 16.
Boy, really good job. Joe Flacco just following Derek Mason across the field this time. And what's the key for a quarterback when you're throwing down the middle of the field? See in front of the receiver. You know he's coming across. Look for the open zone where you can lay the football into.
First catch by Mason. 10,000-yard career man. Flacco has the football. Polamalu knows that, and he makes him pay.
They ran that play because a couple times in the first half, I know Joe Flacco was saying, if I would have kept it, I could have gone and got some extra yards. But we've seen it with both teams. On the perimeter, these defenders attack the line of scrimmage once somebody gets outside. You see the linebackers of the Ravens, and what a play by Troy Polamalu. Yeah, that calf injury didn't like it slowed him down that time.
I don't think so. 2nd and 18, that stirs the crowd. Over to Rice. Timmons runs him down. Still be 3rd and long after a 7-yard hookup to Rice. 3rd and 11. Flacco, and that ball was tipped by Polamalu.
He read the quarterback once again. You've got to use your eyes as a quarterback. And Joe Flacco in the middle of the field. Troy Polamalu, you look at him. You could see he was reacting strictly to the quarterback, and he's able to outrun the football.
Flacco trying to fling it in there to Derek Mason. So the opening drive, second half, it's bogged down. And Cook is called on. Doesn't catch this one. Two-hopper and out of bounds. Baltimore's defensive unit on the field. There is Frank Walker. We never expected him to return. Shoulder injury first half. Willie Parker finding the open lanes that were there a week. He's the one to meet him. And there's Hines Ward, who's been sidelined since the first quarter. Had a big catch, though, in the early stages here, set up a field goal. This was on a third down play, made the catch.
Well, you see the right leg being bent, and believe me, Hines Ward, so much of this offense evolves around him. He blocks for the runners. He takes two defenders away from other guys. That's gone now. Nobody's going to get double teamed on this Pittsburgh's offense.
Miller shifts to the right. That's painful to look at that right knee twisting like that.
What?
Ward. Washington balls out at the end.
Let's go. Bad
Yes, they are.
gameplay,
Get to the
man.
fumble.
Come on, EA. Money back.
Justin
Money
Hartman
back.
started the play by snapping at the
Come on, better
balls on
gameplay,
it
man.
to preserve it for Pittsburgh.
You know, this defense watched the play. Everybody watching the quarterback.
The ruling on the field is down by contact.
Down by contact. But when they watch the quarterback, when you do that, Jim, I say it every game, it allows more defenders to attack once the football is thrown, and that's how you get turnovers. One guy grabbing, the second guy go for the football.
So no fumble, and it's 3rd and 3. Musburger twisting around twice. And sandwiched by Nata and Douglas.
Boy, Nata is having one terrific game. He is a difference maker so far for the Baltimore Ravens. Not really noted as a pass rusher, but chases Roethlisberger out of the pocket and stays with it. Causes him to turn around. And the coverage down the field, I'm watching them. I didn't see anybody open initially, and replay confirms it.
Ray Lewis also in on that. Berger, his best punt of the night. Makes Leonard retreat to the 28.
Yo, what's happening?
Shoot ahead. Good man for Phil Sims at the AFC Championship game. The winner will take on Arizona. Super Bowl 43. Flacco. It's time to plant the feet and airs it out. Over the head of play. You know, they're not doing what they had been doing much of the late season. That's when the football of LaRon McClain, who was banged up last week against Tennessee.
Well, the difference is, you're right, Jim, and the difference is they're trying for these big shots, but as I've said a few times, no cheating by the Steeler defense. So they're hoping that the Steelers are thinking, we're going to run it on first down. That's why they went down the field, but two defenders once again on the receiver.
We saw it, 29 points allowed by Pittsburgh in the third quarter all season. Fewest in any quarter by any team all season. Now, just when you call on it, it's McClain finally getting a carry into the arms of James Harrison. Harrison shaken up for a play or two in the first half, but back out there as is Larry Foote.
Well, this was what they wanted to do, the Baltimore Ravens. James Harrison coming from the outside, where he's going to help in pass coverage, reacts to the run. How's that for reaction to the run? They want to hit. But they wanted to run the football with the Ray Rice and Willis McGahee and kind of get the game moving.
What?
Before they brought the
He didn't make it.
That was McClain's first carry, and it went for 3. 3rd and 7 from the 42. Almost intercepted. Thrown at Todd Heath. Brian McFadden over there to break it up.
Make a quarterback throw it before he's ready, and turnovers happen. Blitzer comes free. James Harrison and Flacco trying to anticipate, throwing right into the coverage. Anytime you got to throw before you're ready, you're going to be off target.
Todd Heath without a catch tonight. Cook this time delivers it to the 20, well before Pittsburgh. This series commencing at the 20.
Hard game, man.
Since the long pass play for the touchdown to Santonio Holmes, they've only picked up 53 yards total offense.
Because it's hard to protect yourself against the defense when they come in times and places where you're not used to.
Takes to Parker.
Going back to the same thing.
Wants to go screen. Jams it in there. Bart Scott
Yeah, that's right.
bangs it back.